Now in Good Morning Northwest, the Meade School District takes a stand against transgender athletes competing in girls' sports. Coming up, what the district has decided to do.
Well, after some much needed rain, things are drying out, high pressure moving in, but we've got some cold nights ahead. We'll have the timing on that coming your way.
One Direction star Liam Payne's death sent shockwaves around the globe. Reports show he had multiple drugs in his system, including pink cocaine. But what is that? You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd. We're starting with some breaking news this morning just into our newsroom. The Lynn-Ritzville School District has decided this morning that they are not holding school because of a threat on Snapchat. The district sent out that email just a couple minutes ago saying it's working with law enforcement that they determine that threat, to determine if it is credible, but out of an abundance of caution, they have decided to cancel school this morning.
Okay. Good to know. Let's check out our forecast with Mark Peterson on this Tuesday morning.
All right, good morning. It is a cool start. We're going to have colder weather coming in towards, the middle and end of the week. 39 currently in Spokane, 42 into Coeur d'Alene. And again, we're expecting to see a little radiational cooling and temperatures cooling even beyond that. Going to be sunny today. Winds are going to be light, frosty mornings ahead. And then the potential for a rainy weekend is looming. We'll have more on that coming up in a little bit. Deer Park, you're at 36, 37 into Cheney. Temperatures downtown to 42 degrees. And then we've got 42 also into Hayden with 45 into Coeur d'Alene. So temperatures all over the place. But again, the usual suspects are cold, and that's north and into the West Plains. We are going to see things clear out. Now, we talked about some of the computer models say we could get some energy from that low kicking as far north as the Palouse. This one drags it all the way into the mountains of Idaho near Coeur d'Alene. That's for tomorrow morning about 10 a.m., but we're going to be clear out. Right now, it looks as if we will be clear throughout the next couple of days. For today, we're going to have plenty of sunshine, some high thin clouds. Our high today is 55. That normal high this time of year is 54 degrees. So we're going to be right at average all week long. We do see some changes. We'll have more on what you can expect for the weekend coming up.
All right, Mark, thanks. Well, Meade is joining a list of school districts denouncing transgender athletes in girls' sports.
This conversation comes as numerous school districts in Washington are signing on to a resolution asking the WIAA to reconsider its policy that allows transgender athletes to participate in girls' sports. The policy has been in place for years, but has garnered attention and controversy this year as the conversation about transgender athletes has become a more visible issue. Many Meade parents voiced support for the district to sign on the resolution.
Our daughters and sisters should have the reasonable and logical expectation that they are competing with and are against, traveling with, sharing locker rooms with, and using the same restrooms as people with their same gender.
Ultimately, the board voted in favor of signing on to that resolution.
Be it further resolved that the Meade School District does not support biological male athletes participating in biological female competition categories.
The district will ask the WIAA to have, quote, open dialogue and discussion with its membership in order to restore fairness to all student athletes.
Also in the Meade School District, paraeducators are demanding more respect through better pay and benefits. They held a rally in Meade last night. Now, Laura Ketchum is in her 3rd year as a paraeducator in the Meade School District. She said she's seen many paraeducators leave over the years due to a growing workload causing burnout, a lack of communication with the district, and a starting pay of less than $18 an hour.
They don't want to be there anymore. They want to just leave. They're done. They're fed up, and I don't blame them.
Paraeducators work directly with students with unique emotional, social, and developmental needs. Ketchum says his students are what make leaving this job so hard for paraeducators. Now, in a statement sent to us from the Meade School District, it says, we take seriously our responsibility to bargain in good faith. We are currently in the negotiation process and remain committed to reaching an agreement.
This morning, we have new details about the death of One Direction singer Liam Payne.
Payne's autopsy revealed that he had multiple drugs in his system at the time of his death, including pink cocaine. Hannah Joy's at the Breaking Now desk for us this morning. And Hannah, police are now warning parents about this drug. What do we need to know?
Today, a former DEA agent is warning people about the dangers of this popular drug.
It's been in the United States for a little while now. It hasn't been as popular as it's becoming now.
Last week, One Direction singer Liam Payne died after falling off a hotel balcony in Argentina. He was 31 years old and had a history of substance use and mental health struggles. The drug has also been linked to rapper Sean Diddy Combs. In a lawsuit filed by his former music producer, they claim it was required that all of Diddy's employees, from the butler to the housekeepers, walk around with a pouch filled with drugs, including pink cocaine. However, in the drug, there's often no cocaine in the mix, which acts as a stimulant and depressant.
The first piece that we almost always see in pink or pink cocaine is ketamine, a dissociative drug, something that makes people feel like they're detached from reality. The second component is a psychedelic.
Public health officials are warning parents that pink cocaine with its bright color is growing popular among teens and young adults.
No matter where you live and however isolated you think you are from street drugs, now with social media, with the smartphone, everyone lives in an open-air drug market.
What we know is that the drug targets teens and young adults because of its strawberry flavor and bright color from food coloring. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. Well, it's been going on for months now, but the construction on the Washington-Stevens corridor is nearing an end. The city says it will open the bridge to drivers next week with 1 lane in each direction. Some welcome news by us.
Can't wait. The project began in June, and here's what's left to do. The Washington and Stevens bridges are undergoing their last stages of repairs and restoration this week. A little further south, the final phases of pavement overlay and striping are taking place from Spokane Falls Boulevard to 3rd. Businesses located along Washington Street are excited for through traffic to finally reopen. Josh Wade, the owner of Bark, a rescue pub, says he has seen a noticeable decrease in customers in the past few months.
We actually see about 30% less business than we normally would. We do get the benefit of being next to a lot of the activities around here with events at the podium, the stadium, and the arena, but we just can't live off of a business alone.
Wade says he is grateful for his customers who've gone out of their way to support business during the detours. And in the county, a major road connecting North Spokane to Spokane Valley is reopening after months of construction closures.
Yeah, take a look at this one here. The closed section of Bigelow Gulch Road from Havana to Wiley will reopen next Tuesday, October 29th. County officials will celebrate this finished road with a ribbon cutting at 11 o'clock that morning. 4 News Now will be there for the ceremony, and of course we'll alert you when you can finally get back on that road. You can just download the 4 News Now app and turn on those push notifications so you don't miss any of these openings. I know a lot of people very excited for them, including us.
I want to see Air 4 over that project.
Oh, that would be a cool.
Bring the drone in, huh?
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's now 7 minutes after 6 o'clock. Mark, the voice from outside the camera, booming in.
Good morning, everybody. So dry this week, but I wanted to show you the rain chances coming in for the weekend. It really looks like Saturday night into Sunday. We're going to have noticeable rain because it'll be falling, but it's going to be dry and cold getting there. We're going to have a full check of the forecast coming up.
Cold and flu season is sneaking up on us, and this year there are some free resources to help get you through. I'm sharing how you can access these coming up.
We have some good and not so good news about your upcoming bills. Gas coming down, but in Spokane, your utilities will soon cost you more. We'll explain after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This election season cut through the chaos with 4 News Now coverage for the people. The local races and issues that impact you and your family. No agenda, just information. Helping you make an informed decision on 4 News Now.
Why is a touchless wash best? Touchless doesn't smack and beat your vehicle with rags and raw brushes with the risk of scratches. Instead, we have multiple nozzles that deliver powerful 800 PSI water jets, covering everything from the sides, the roof, and even the undercarriage. Our mixtures remove dirt, grime, and those nasty, nasty street chemicals.
Car Wash Plaza, it's the best in the Northwest.
I was 34, I was a business owner. I was a single mom with a 4-year-old, and I felt a lump in the shower. I have cancer. It doesn't have me. I'm gonna get rid of it, you know, and then I'm gonna go on with my life. I was gonna do anything that it took. I did, and here I am, almost 10 years later. I had a little boy. He needs his mom.
There's magic throughout the universe. And some places have more than others. There's magic inside, everywhere. There's no place like Wonders of the World. There's magic inside.
We have all your SUV options here at Post Falls Volkswagen. Choose the SUV with easy-to-use technology that best meets your needs and budget. There are so many choices, so take as many test drives as you want, and our knowledgeable staff will assist you with all the information you need.
Drive home in a Tiguan with 0% APR for 60 months or a $2,000 customer bonus. These SUVs are loaded with advanced technology and safety features. Don't miss out on this limited time offer.
Find SUV options at Post Falls Volkswagen. The home is 0000.
This is Monster Jam. As big as it gets. Brought to you by Great Clips. Scan the QR code at participating Great Clips salons and save 20% on select tickets. Terms apply. Scan QR code in salon for details. Coming to Spokane Arena November 8th through the 10th.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Cal Superstore in Airway Heights.
Good morning and welcome back. It's 6:11. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Jury selection is underway in the trial of a former Marine who put a fatal chokehold on a man on a New York City subway train.
Daniel Penny is charged with second-degree manslaughter and criminal neglect homicide in the 2023 death of Jordan Neely. Prosecutors say he put a man who struggled with homelessness and was acting erratically in a chokehold for more than 6 minutes. The defense says Neely was screaming and said he was going to kill someone, and Penny acted to protect other strangers. That trial is expected to last about 6 weeks, and if convicted on both counts, he could get up to 19 years in jail.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken is on a high-stakes trip to Israel and the Middle East today. The U.S. is seeking to move forward with long-stalled negotiations to bring back the Israeli hostages and end the war in Gaza. It is not clear who will lead the Hamas militant group in the wake of the killing of Yahya Sinwar, and Hamas has shown no signs of changing its stance on hostage and ceasefire negotiations. Blinken's expected to meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today.
As we look at our 10-second takeaway today, it's going to be sunny all day long. You're going to need to grab a jacket. It's going to be a chilly start, and tonight it's going to get chilly as well. Grab the shade. Sun's out, 55 the high.
Utility rates will rise in Spokane starting in 2025. Those rates have been rising steadily since 2014, and they'll see an increase of 4.88% in 2025 and 5.47% in 2026. That adds up to about $7 more a month in the first year and about $8 more a month in the second year.
We have been at a 2.9% utility rate annual increase for approximately 10 years. And we've reached that point where we are running at a deficit because it is not keeping up with inflation.
Now, city spokesperson Kirsten Davis, you just heard from there, says there are ways for people to lower their utility bills. She says senior citizens and those on a fixed income may qualify for a discount, but for everybody else, using less water, composting more, and having a smaller waste bucket can save you money on your bill as well. Good tips there. Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:13.
Getting tested for COVID just got a lot easier. Allison Martinez is live in Northeast Spokane talking about free resources this cold and flu season coming up.
4 News Now is brought to you by UFCW Local 3000.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Many great careers don't need a 4-year degree. They start out here. Bob Ferguson has a detailed plan to expand apprenticeships and on-the-job training like I had to give more Washingtonians the skills they need to succeed. And Bob will eliminate 4-year degree requirements for most state jobs, opening doors to more good-paying careers. I would support Bob Ferguson, even if he wasn't my kid brother, but it helps he listens to old machinists like me.
Bob Ferguson for governor.
Welcome to Coeur d'Alene Honda.
Thank you. I've been coming here for years, and I've always felt just like family.
At Coeur d'Alene Honda, we've been family owned and operated for over 50 years. We pride ourselves in giving the best customer experience.
And every new car comes with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
We have some of the best selection of pre-owned vehicles to choose from.
And select pre-owned Hondas come with our lifetime warranty.
Coeur d'Alene Honda with the nationwide lifetime warranty at no additional cost to you.
Awarded Dealer of the Year and rated 4.7 on Google.
And don't forget about the lifetime warranty.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Coeur d'Alene Casino. shopping, we got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. At the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Maria Cantwell knows prices are too high and we have to fight back. That's why she passed a law to take on big oil traders spiking gas prices, and why she's fighting grocery store mergers that would lead to higher food prices. Cantwell also took on drug companies and won, capping insulin for seniors at $35 a month and capping seniors' out-of-pocket expenses.
I'm Maria Cantwell, and I approve this message because I'll take on anyone to protect Northwest consumers.
Looks like recess is over already.
You're kidding me.
Let's settle this whole ordeal quickly, yeah?
Why do we trust this guy again?
At Craig Swap & Associates, we get you compensated fairly and don't receive a penny until after you're paid.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
You know, I can help you cheat on that pop quiz.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:16. Winter is approaching and it comes with the occasional stuffy nose, coughing, and congestion.
Not very fun. Well, this year you can plan ahead in case your family catches a respiratory illness. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez live at the Northeast Community Center sharing what you can do now to prepare for that season. Not very much fun.
No, not very much fun at all. Good morning. Now, when sickness does creep in, the best thing you could do is get tested. Now, luckily, getting your hands on an at-home test has become much easier recently. I'm here at the Northeast Community Center, which now has these kiosks that you see right here behind me. With just a few simple touches, you can select an at-home and free COVID or flu test. Now, if these kiosks aren't necessarily right in your neighborhood, you can also now request free COVID tests online. You can request those tests at covidtest.gov. Every household can order 4 tests and shipping is completely free. The Spokane Regional Health District recommends testing so you can get treated and stop the spread.
With COVID, a lot of times we have a lot of mutations and variants that come up, and so it wouldn't surprise us if we had another variant and another wave, later on in the winter months.
If you think that you already have tests at home, now is a really good time to double check all of those expiration dates. Now, for a full list of everything you can do to get ahead of cold and flu season, you can visit our website, kxly.com. Reporting.
All right, Allison, thanks so much. Well, here is the start to our day here. Kind of a gloomy start out there with those clouds, feeling very chilly.
Yeah, it is chilly.
As the clouds move out, clearing sky, clouds hold in some of the heat, radiational cooling. But right now, I mean, we're definitely cool. We're going to get colder this week. So we've got temperatures down to 37 in Cheney, 43 into the valley. Officially, we're sitting at 39 degrees, Coeur d'Alene 45. Again, clouds moving out, and we are going to see the sunshine. So we'll see those temperatures rise up to 55 degrees today. At noon, it's going to be like 48. Winds are going to be light. And then as the sun sets quickly, just after the 5 o'clock hour, we start to see temperatures cool down, and it's going to get cold. Again, temperatures expected between tomorrow morning all the way through Friday morning at or below freezing in many areas. So we look at the satellite and radar. This is that atmospheric river that crossed over us yesterday, bringing about 1/4 of an inch into the Spokane area, but up to an inch up into areas of Idaho. Well, that continues to push out quickly. Now, you can see where it sort of stopped right there, and we have high pressure over here on this side that's cooler but cleaner, and we don't have the amount of available moisture. We're going to see this kick up. Now, Wednesday morning to Wednesday afternoon, we could see some of that moisture really get pushed north. This one is keeping that moisture in Grangeville and then crossing over into parts of Montana. We're going to be relatively clear. We're going to have this continuing all through the week with variable clouds coming across, but mostly sunny conditions during the day. And by Friday, 5 o'clock, now we start to see the change, and we're going to see increased showers coming in onto the west side if you're going to be there for the weekend. Yeah, wet weather coming your way if you're going to be over there for sports or shopping or whatever it might be. For today, we're going to have temperatures into the mid-50s all around our region, all the way to Ritzville. Your east slopes of the Cascades around 60 degrees. We'll be at 53 for Wednesday, a few more clouds. Thursday, 53, sunny. Few more clouds Friday, 55, and then temperatures nearing 60 Saturday. 30%. Wait, hold on.
You got it.
30% chance of showers during the day.
Nailed it.
A 70% chance at night. Thank you. Sunday, it'll be 54 degrees. Of course, these chilly mornings remind us, and we've been telling you this for weeks, that we need coats for kids all the way through the 31st of the month. We would love for you to go through your closets and get those lightly used jackets and coats from lightweight to heavyweight.
Yeah.
They're needed at all age groups, and drop them off at any of our locations.
Yeah, all sizes.
We got them all posted on our website, too, for those drop-off locations for you.
Mark,
All right,
thanks so much.
Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 5:21.
The Washington State Cougars are sitting pretty at 6-1, just past halfway through the midway mark of conference play. However, there are some significant differences in the second half of that schedule. We'll tell you why after the break, next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
As a U.S. Navy veteran, I fought for our freedom and our right to vote. But today, independent voters can't vote in the elections I fought to protect. Over 275,000 Idahoans, including thousands of veterans, are blocked from voting in our primary elections, all because they were closed by party insiders and special interests. Proposition 1 respects veterans like me by opening Idaho's primaries, ensuring every Idaho taxpayer has the right to vote. That's what I fought for, and that's how it ought to be.
Discover the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester at Parker Subaru.
Built with quality engineering, advanced safety, and off-road capabilities, the Forester remains one of Motor Trend's top-ranked compact SUVs. Drive with confidence in any weather with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive.
Make parking a breeze with the 360-degree surround view monitor. The 2025 Subaru Forester, ready for any adventure.
See the all-new Subaru Forester at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Greetings, Bill Nye here. Reading this is easy, right? Your brain is actually doing something called orthographic processing, recognizing letters and words. It's science. But take a look at Initiative 2117. It's written to confuse you. The mega millionaires behind it don't want you to know it will mean more air pollution, threaten clean water, and put our health at risk. You don't have to be a science guy to know that 2117 is a bad deal for Washington.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show, like you've never seen it before. With the original Brad Majors, Barry Bostwick live and in person for a screening of the original unedited movie with a live shadow cast and filled with audience participation. All this plus a VIP meet and greet, memorabilia display, costume contests with great prizes and more. The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
October 27th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Well, integrity has been drilled into my head for 30 years in the military because our core values, integrity, service before self, excellence in all you do. It is doing the right thing when no one's looking. I am concerned for the safety of our community because of wildfire in the water. We're missing accountability. Somebody has got to challenge this. We've got to make a change.
Choose responsible leadership. Vote for Molly Marshall.
The major difference between the first 6 games on Washington State's schedule and their last 6 games is the strength of their opponents. Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Sydney Berger. After getting through the front half of the season with just 1 loss, there's not much standing in the way for the Cougars to win out the rest of the regular season. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, and Coach Jake Dickert wouldn't tell you that either. Although WSU won by 32 points last weekend, Dickert says we've yet to see the Cougs play their best football. Well, there's a lot to continue to build on. In Coach's eyes, there's also a lot the Cougars are doing right.
We're always very critical about our performance when it's done and things that we can always do better. But the first thing every Monday morning, we hunt the good. Like, we are doing a lot of good things. We're playing extremely hard. We're staying together. We love it when we play good offense, defensive football. Like, Saturday was great complementary football. And we felt like the last couple of weeks we didn't always have that.
Along with complimentary football, Dickert wants his team to start faster. Last week, Hawaii got the first points of the game after WSU couldn't convert on its first couple of drives. The Cougars want to come out explosive right away and stay at that level for all 4 quarters. That'll be important against San Diego State. Kickoff against the Aztecs is this Saturday at 7:30 in San Diego. It's another edition of our high school football game of the week. Voting is now open, and you can choose between these 3 matchups. Shadle Park and Central Valley, Cheney facing University, and Gonzaga Prep taking on Meade. G-Prep and Meade are both undefeated. Obviously, only one of those teams is coming out on the other side with that perfect record, and that's probably why they're leading the votes so far. But if your team is up there and you want to see them featured in our Friday Night Sports Extra highlight show, make sure to vote on our website, KXLY.com. In studio, Sydney Berger, 4 News Now Sports.
Get your votes in. Friday's come up quick. It is now 6:25.
Right now, voters are deciding whether or not to raise the city's sales tax to fund public safety initiatives right here in Spokane neighborhoods. So we went to those neighborhoods to find out how this money would or would not help them. What people had to say, that's next.
Plus, the Texas man set to be executed last week got a reprieve when he was called to testify before state lawmakers, but he didn't show up. The reason behind his last-minute absence and what this could mean for his delayed date with the death chamber coming up. As we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, what happened to missing Texas mom Suzanne Simpson? Simpson disappearing shortly after reports of a physical altercation with her husband. He's now facing charges including family violence and unlawful restraint, as well as a federal gun charge. Police spending days combing through a landfill for any sign of the missing 51-year-old, but finding nothing.
Searching landfills is extremely difficult, particularly if a number of days or weeks have passed.
Authorities now focusing search efforts on a wooded area just off a highway outside San Antonio as a search and rescue group join officials using advanced technology and equipment. And we'll have the very latest on this urgent investigation coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
Living with your albuterol asthma rescue inhaler? It's a bit of a dinosaur. Albuterol only treats your symptoms, not inflammation, a cause of asthma attacks. Treating symptoms and inflammation with rescue is supported by asthma experts. Finally, there's a modern way to treat symptoms and asthma attacks. AirSupra is the first and only dual-action asthma rescue inhaler FDA approved to treat symptoms and help prevent asthma attacks. AirSupra should not be used as a maintenance treatment for asthma. Get medical help right away if your breathing doesn't improve or worsens, or for serious allergic reactions like rash, mouth or tongue swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing, or chest pain. Using AirSupra more than prescribed could be life-threatening. Serious side effects include increased risk of thrush or infections, or heart problems like faster heart rate and higher blood pressure. Welcome to the modern age of dual-action asthma rescue. Ask your doctor if AirSupra is right for you.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Save your greed!
Win big with Halloween at Mistaqua Casino Hotel. Play with your Sun Club card for a chance to win your share of $17,500 in cash prizes. Mistaqua Casino Hotel is the place for jackpots, food, and fun. Located off Highway 395 near Chewelah. Check out Mistaqua.com for more details.
Gold Seal Plumbing is the only local company to offer the Light Ray pipelining system, which allows us to repair your pipes without digging any holes and can be done in less than a day. Our factory certified technicians use a high-speed chain cleaner that grinds away obstruction. Then our no-dig system pushes the liner down the pipe, and within minutes, the liner is hardened, making a seamless and durable pipe that will last decades. To see the full video, go to goldsealplumbing.com/trenchless and call Gold Seal Plumbing today. We're on our way.
It's fall and the games are on. Get out and support your local teams. Here's this week's schedule.
Here we go.
EWU.
Here we go now. Here we go. Here we go.
Gonzaga.
Now. Here we go. Here we go now.
U of I.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
WSU.
Here we go now. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Whitworth.
Now. Here we go. Here we go now.
Game On is proudly brought to you by BECU.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We are kicking off this half hour with the 4 News Now Story Tracker, following the stories people are reading about this morning.
Dozens of brands of frozen waffles are under recall due to potential listeria contamination. The waffles made by Treehouse Foods have been distributed in the U.S. and Canada and sold under store brand labels at both Target and Walmart. No illnesses have been connected to the waffles, but the company has urged people to check their freezers and either throw out the waffles or return them to the store for credit.
A CNN investigation reveals deceptive tactics may have misled hundreds of elderly Americans into giving away millions to political fundraising campaigns. Many of the victims are battling dementia or other cognitive impairments. The desperate pleas for donation often come as texts or emails delivered at an unrelenting pace. Money is often drained from these bank accounts without the contributors even realizing it. The investigation found the deceptive tactics came from both sides of the aisle, but were more often perpetrated by the Republican Party. If you're getting unwanted political texts, we investigated how you can stop them and even report them. You can find my story on KXLY.com.
And breaking news this morning, the Lind-Ritzville School District decided not to hold school this morning because of an active threat on Snapchat. The district sent an email overnight saying that it was working with law enforcement to determine if the threat is credible. It says many students are already aware of the apparent threat. The district decided this morning to cancel classes at all of its schools as a precaution.
Said they'll be sending more details later today, and we'll keep you updated. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, October 22nd. Let's get you right over to Mark with your first alert forecast.
About a half clear sky. We see about half a moon and Venus up in the night sky, but also some cloud cover to the west. We're sitting at 39 degrees, wind south at 8 miles an hour at 30. That makes it feel like it's almost freezing. And of course, the corn mazes this weekend could be a little wetter Sunday than Saturday. We do have a chance of showers, but for today, it's going to be sunny. Winds are going to be light. Frosty mornings ahead, starting not only this morning, but really for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then a rainy weekend is on tap. We look at the radar and satellite. There's not really much to talk about in Washington. Things are dry. We're going to continue to be dry with this high pressure. It's relatively weak, but it's going to hang out for a while. Current conditions, 41 in Spirit Lake, 36 into Deer Park, and temperatures in the low 40s along the I-90 corridor all the way into Coeur d'Alene. As we look at our forecast for the day, we're going to warm up to about average. 54 is that normal high. We're going to be at 55 at 3 and 4 o'clock. And then sun sets, things cool down quickly, so just be aware.
This upcoming election, Spokane voters will decide whether to raise the city's sales tax by 0.1% for safety initiatives like a traffic safety unit and neighborhood resource officers. We went out to speak with neighborhood councils to see if they think Prop 1 would actually help make their community safer. In the Comstock area, the neighborhood council chair said he is in favor of Prop 1. He is specifically in favor of providing more funding for our fire department and bringing back the traffic safety unit, saying cars are always speeding at 29th and Post as well as on High Drive.
This is not just me. This is what all of our residents say at our meetings every month. It's over and over. It's a repetitive complaint. It's the public safety aspect, the speeding at all these different locations.
Now, a man in the Balboa South Indian Trail neighborhood says he does not support Prop 1 because funding would also go toward the Office of the Ombudsman and Municipal Court. He believes we have greater concerns our city needs to prioritize.
Well, Washington will have a new governor next year. In a poll conducted by King TV, the Seattle Times, and the University of Washington Center for an Informed Public found 16% of voters still haven't made up their minds on who they'll be voting for. If you're among those undecided voters, what questions do you have for these two candidates as you make your decision? We are gathering those questions, and we'll take them to the candidates this week. Then we'll share their responses right here on 4 News Now and on KXLY.com. You can share your questions with our reporter, Marissa Rio, by emailing her, or you can post them on our 4 News Now Facebook page. Just search KXLY 4 News. We have a post up ready for your comments.
New developments in a death penalty case in Texas.
A man convicted in the shaken baby death of his daughter is now facing a new hurdle. Hannah Joy's at our Breaking Now desk this morning. And Hannah, after Robert Robertson won a rare stay of execution last week, he failed to show up to this hearing. Do we know why?
Yesterday, Robert Robertson was supposed to appear before a committee of state lawmakers to make a rare appeal for clemency, but that did not happen.
I'm very disappointed to say I don't believe that will happen today.
The Attorney General said Robertson could testify only via video, not in person at the Capitol. But lawmakers and Robertson's attorney said a virtual appearance would not be appropriate because of Robertson's autism and communication challenges. Instead, Robertson's high-profile supporters, including Dr. Phil, were there fighting to save his life.
I am 100% convinced that we're facing a miscarriage of justice here. We start executing people in Texas absent due process, absent fair trial. We are going down a really dangerous road.
Put the jury in the box and let's have a fair trial. That's all we're asking for.
Last Thursday, Robertson's execution for the death of his 2-year-old daughter, Nikki, was paused by the Texas Supreme Court. His lawyers argue Nikki actually died from pneumonia complications.
Texas has on its book a law that allows that once science has shown that something is now junk or it is no longer applicable, that anyone convicted under that old science can use the law as a vehicle to have their trial either retried or have the issues re-examined.
However, once an execution is postponed in Texas, it cannot be rescheduled for 90 days. In the meantime, it's up to that committee of lawmakers to determine what happens next.
Now until then, there will be a court battle about whether or not he appears for this testimony for the House in person. Also, there will be a debate as to whether or not this is something that should receive a new trial.
Yesterday, a juror from Robertson's trial testified. She said she would not have voted to convict him given the new evidence. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. A prominent Spokane dermatologist has been indicted on 23 counts, including fraud and conspiracy, accused of using pandemic recovery funds to pay for luxury cars and property. And court documents say Dr. William Werschler, who owns Spokane Dermatology Clinic, devised a scheme to defraud the Small Business Administration. The documents say he and others applied for and received at least 3 economic injury disaster loans set up to cover business expenses lost through the COVID pandemic. The indictment references the paying off of loans and residential real estate purchase for a home in Scottsdale. In September of 2021, Dr. Werschler was messaging an employee about buying a Porsche. You can read their alleged conversation and get the full story. It's up right now on KXLY.com. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:37.
All right, so we are taking another look at weather as you get ready to head out the door this morning. It's chilly.
It's chilly and we have moisture, so we could have some frost in some of the windows. I mean, we picked up almost an inch of rain in some areas in North Idaho.
Oh, wow.
We picked up about 1/4 of an inch here, so we definitely have a little higher humidity. We're going to talk about that full forecast and the cool down at night coming our way, coming up.
5 people, including 3 teenagers, are dead this morning, and another teen is behind bars. What police say led up to this tragic scene near Seattle when we come back.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
So, boss man, what are we doing today?
Oh, just annual maintenance.
Annual maintenance?
Yeah, the yearly tune-up to keep the heating and cooling stuff running. Wait, you do get tune-ups on your HVAC equipment, right?
Totally unrelated, but can you come by my house after this and maybe check out my system?
I had surgery as a child that I barely remember, but decades later, the insurance company called that a pre-existing condition and denied me long-term care insurance. Washington State created a long-term care benefit to help millions of people like me afford the care we need. But I-2124 will take that benefit away, leaving millions with no way to get or afford long-term care. If it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. That's why we all have to vote no on I-2124.
Everyone's talking about Come From Away, the hit Broadway musical sensation that celebrates the best of humankind. It's the remarkable true story about thousands of people stranded in a small town in Newfoundland on 9/11 and the locals who opened up their homes. Don't miss Come From Away.
November 1st through 3rd at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Prices start at $29.50. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
It's time for 4 News Now. Coats for Kids.
Drop off new or gently used coats at any of our sponsored locations. We'll bring them to Alsco for professional cleaning, then get them out to local children in need. Donate Coats for Kids through October 31st.
Share the warmth and do good this winter. Buy a gently used coat for a child at Goodwill and donate in store. Or bring in a new or gently used coat. Every donated coat helps a child stay warm this winter. Together, let's change lives and keep lots of kids warm this winter.
We have an important choice to make for Lands Commissioner. King County Councilman Dave Upthegrove presided over 30 million gallons of raw sewage dumped into the Sound. Year after year, beaches closed, shellfish poisoned, a tribal lawsuit threatened, costing taxpayers millions. There's a better choice. Jamie Herrera Butler is a bipartisan leader who protected endangered salmon and is fighting for sustainable timber harvests to prevent wildfires. Vote Jamie Herrera Butler. She'll protect our environment and our tax dollars.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:40, and in Western Washington, a teenager in King County is in custody this morning in connection to a shooting that killed 5 people yesterday, including 3 teenagers. Investigators say it happened in the Fall City area east of Issaquah. The King County Sheriff's Office is investigating this shooting as a domestic violence event. Neighbors reported a disturbance involving gunfire, and the Sheriff's Office says the teen boy is in custody and did not elaborate on his relationships to the victims, but they did say this could be a long investigation.
This scene will be a very significant forensic examination that's going to take a lot of time, several days.
Now, this is still a developing story, and we'll update you as soon as we learn more.
The 2 Navy aviators who were killed in a fighter jet crash near Mount Rainier last week have been identified. According to the Navy, Lieutenant Commander Lindsay Evans and Lieutenant Serena Wildman, both from California, were declared dead Sunday. Both were highly skilled and combat decorated and were part of the electronic attack squadron known as Zappers. They were the only 2 people on board the Growler that crashed near Mount Rainier a week ago. President Biden releasing a statement expressing his and the First Lady's grief, saying they were among our nation's finest.
6:42, it is a Tuesday morning. Here is your 10-second takeaway. It's going to be sunny all day long. A few clouds out there. Grab a jacket. It's going to be chilly this morning and this evening when the sun sets. 55 for the high today.
And with the fall weather comes another allergy season, and scientists say it's starting earlier and lasting longer. Climate change is one reason. As temperatures stay warmer, plants that release allergens have more time to grow. What's more is higher levels of carbon dioxide due to pollution is further driving plant growth, generating more pollen. Pollen exposure can trigger various allergic reactions, including symptoms of hay fever, which the CDC says affects up to 60 million people every year. So keep that Claritin handy, it sounds like.
Yeah, not a good time.
Not fun. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:42.
Sickness season is here. Are you prepared? Allison Martinez is live with how you can get some free COVID and flu tests just ahead.
Free resources to test for COVID and the flu at home are now available in your neighborhood. I'm sharing how to access them coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Experience frightfully good deals at Consign Furniture and Jewelry. Store-wide discounts with up to 70% off retail and all consigned, one-of-a-kind unique pieces. Plus, get 20% off all online purchases using promo code SPOOKY.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
I spent my career in law enforcement, the last years as police chief. When it comes to keeping Washington safe, I trust Bob Ferguson.
Bob's top priority is public safety. His plan to hire more police officers is exactly what we need.
He'll create a statewide response unit to tackle the fentanyl crisis.
And he'll put the $1 billion he won from drug companies into treatment.
To help us protect Washington,
I trust Bob Ferguson.
Bob Ferguson for governor.
If you'd rather be here or here instead of here, then you gotta start here with Honda, the most trusted brand on the road according to KBB.com. Honda's also the best deal on the road 10 years in a row. And that includes the award-winning Honda Passport and Honda Pilot, both winners of Car and Driver's Editor's Choice Award. And right now, well-qualified buyers can get the Honda Pilot with 2.9% APR financing. For details, see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in the region. Discover the quietest KitchenAid dishwasher, offering powerful cleaning without the noise. Run a cycle anytime. Enjoy a third-level rack for silverware and utensils, an adjustable middle rack for tall items, and the Print Shield finish that resists smudges and fingerprints. All for just $849. Save $300 today. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
I grew up in Eastern Washington, and it's where my parents have retired, and it's where my wife and I are raising our family. I'm Michael Baumgartner, and in Congress, I'll work for your family by protecting Social Security and Medicare, ensuring veterans get the benefits they've earned, fighting the inflation that hurts so many seniors, single moms, and young people. And I'll work hard to make our neighborhoods safe by securing the southern border and stopping the fentanyl pouring into the country. I'm Michael Baumgartner, and I approve this message.
And now a joke from Yolks Fresh Market. What do goats eat for breakfast? Blueberry pancakes.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
Welcome back. It's now 6:45. The weather is cooling down, which means respiratory illnesses could peak real soon.
Oh, and now is the time to prepare by having some tests on hand. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez is live this morning at the Northeast Community Center to share how you can start planning ahead and making sure you and your family are prepared. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning. When sickness creeps in, the best thing you could do is test so you know how to continue. Luckily, getting your hands on an at-home test has become very easy. I'm here at the Northeast Community Center where they have these kiosks you see behind me, and with a few simple taps, you can select an at-home free COVID or flu test. Now, if these kiosks aren't in your neighborhood, you can access free COVID tests online through covidtests.gov. Now, right now, the Spokane Regional Health District is saying that whooping cough is the main concern for Spokane County residents.
This year for pertussis or whooping cough, we've had 84 cases reported. That doesn't seem like a lot, when we look at the county as a whole, but over the last couple of years, especially during the pandemic, we've had just a handful of cases, single-digit numbers.
Keep in mind that there is no rapid at-home test for whooping cough, so if you think you or someone in your family has it, you should see a medical professional. For more tips as we gear up for cold and flu season, you can head over to our website, KXLY.com. Reporting live in Spokane, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Allison, thanks. Some good things to keep in mind as we head into these cold temps.
All right, we have clouds overhead this morning and chilly temps.
Yeah, clouds keeping in some of the heat that we're seeing. Other areas where we have the clear skies, we have radiational cooling. So let's look at what we've got. Deer Park, 37 degrees, 36 Cheney, of course, as they cool. We're into the low 40s now. We start off the mid to upper 30s a couple hours ago. So we're going to continue to see that cool down. Then it's going to warm back up again, potentially down into the mid 30s, but warming into the low to mid 40s by mid morning. And by 11 o'clock, 46. We finally see that 50-degree temperature. That's going to be in the noon hour. And then we're going to be in the low to mid 50s for the afternoon. Sunshine, 55 at 4, and then 5 o'clock about 54 degrees. But the sun sets before 6, and then we cool down relatively quickly. So the days are shorter, and the time to work in your yard is shorter as well. It will be drier this week as that atmospheric river and that system continues to dive south and is now holding in a stable position, and that's the jet. Up to the north, we have cool, cleaner air, and we're not having a lot of smoke in the air, nor are we having a lot of cloud cover in the air. Variable. On Wednesday, we're going to see sort of a kick out from that low that crossed over, and that could throw some energy our way in the form mostly of cloud cover, about a 10% chance of seeing a shower. But for the most part, it's going to be dry this week, and we're going to continue to be fairly clear during the days, and then for Saturday, we're going to start to see that system build in. That's going to bring in the showers for Saturday and Sunday, more likely Saturday night and Sunday. As we look at that extended outlook, of course, we'll dial in the timing as we get towards the end of the week. Today, it's into the mid-50s, 60 into areas around Moses Lake and the Tri-Cities. We're going to remain into the mid-50s all the way through Friday, dry all the way through Friday. Overnight lows down to 30, maybe 29 degrees. North Canyons under a clear sky. Then end of the week could see temperatures into the teens. So, yeah, this is going to be sort of a big chill. And then we're going to have rain showers and warming at night as well, with the snow level at about 6,000 feet, which means probably won't see much of it in our area.
Keep it at 6,000 feet.
Yeah.
Go all the way up there
There you go.
The mere fact that we're talking about those snow level now, it's, well, here we go. It is now 10 minutes before the hour.
Your morning sprint is coming up next. Thanks for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest. See you after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Portable Cedar Cabins.
As a U.S. Navy veteran, I fought for our freedom and our right to vote. But today, independent voters can't vote in the elections I fought to protect. Over 275,000 Idahoans, including thousands of veterans, are blocked from voting in our primary elections, all because they were closed by party insiders and special interests. Proposition 1 respects veterans like me by opening Idaho's primaries, ensuring every Idaho taxpayer has the right to vote. That's what I fought for, and that's how it ought to be.
Welcome to Parker Toyota, the Toyota Truck Center of the Northwest. Our inventory has never been better, with a huge selection from stock to fully customized trucks.
And now you can choose between a gas or hybrid powertrain. So whether you're looking for great MPGs or a 12,000-pound towing capacity, we have the truck for you.
Check out the all-new Toyota Tacoma and Tundra at your locally owned Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Maria Cantwell knows prices are too high, and we have to fight back. That's why she passed a law to take on big oil traders spiking gas prices, and why she's fighting grocery store mergers that would lead to higher food prices. Cantwell also took on drug companies and won, capping insulin for seniors at $35 a month and capping seniors' out-of-pocket expenses.
I'm Maria Cantwell, and I approve this message because I'll take on anyone to protect Northwest consumers.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time, so we can get you back up and running fast. Call or book online today.
I grew up in Eastern Washington, and it's where my parents have retired, and it's where my wife and I are raising our family. I'm Michael Baumgartner, and in Congress, I'll work for your family by protecting Social Security and Medicare, ensuring veterans get the benefits they've earned, fighting the inflation that hurts so many seniors, single moms, and young people. And I'll work hard to make our neighborhoods safe by securing the southern border and stopping the fentanyl pouring into the country. I'm Michael Baumgartner, and I approve this message.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Your time is now 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday with the morning sprint.
Mark is in tracking cooler temperatures on the horizon for today.
Allison Martinez live at the Northeast Community Center sharing what you can do now to prepare for flu season.
And Hannah Joy is in studio with updates on One Direction star Liam Payne's death and how reports show he had multiple drugs in his system, including pink cocaine.
But first, breaking news. No school today for the Lind-Ritzville School District because of an active threat on Snapchat. The district sent an email overnight saying it was working with law enforcement to determine if that threat is credible. It says many students are already aware of the apparent threat. The district decided this morning, just about an hour or so ago, to cancel classes at all of its schools as a precaution. They'll be sending out more information to parents.
Meade is joining the list of school district announcing transgender athletes in girls' sports. This conversation comes as numerous school districts in Washington are signing on to a resolution asking the WIAA to reconsider its policy that allows transgender athletes to participate in girls' sports. The policy has been in place now for years, but has garnered attention and controversy this year. Many Meade parents voiced support for the district to sign on to the resolution. Ultimately, the board voted in favor of signing on to that resolution.
Also in the Meade School District, paraeducators are demanding more respect through better pay and benefits. They held a rally in Meade last night. Laura Ketchum is in her third year as a paraeducator in the Meade District. She says she's seen many paraeducators leave over the years due to a growing workload causing burnout, a lack of communication with the district, and a starting pay of less than $18 an hour. Paraeducators work directly with students with unique emotional, social, and developmental needs. Ketchum says the students are what make leaving the job so hard for paraeducators.
And we have a statement from the district on our website. It's been going on for months now, but the construction on the Washington-Stevens corridor is nearing an end. The city says it will open the bridge to drivers next week with one lane in each direction. This project began in June. Here's what's left to do now. The Washington and Stevens bridges are undergoing their last stages of repairs and restoration this week. And a little further south, the final phases of pavement overlay and striping are taking place from Spokane Falls Boulevard to 3rd Avenue.
In the county, a major road connecting North Spokane to Spokane Valley is reopening after months of construction closures. Take a look. The closed section of Bigelow Gulch Road from Havana to Wiley will reopen next Tuesday, October 29th. County officials will celebrate the finished road work with a ribbon cutting at 11 that morning. We will be there for the ceremony and alert you when you can finally get back on the road. Just download the 4 News Now app, turn on push notifications so you don't miss it.
Well, we've got a few clouds out there in our first alert weather, but that's all we're going to be seeing. Plenty of sunshine and cool temperatures. In fact, about average for this time of year, really. So we're not expecting any moisture today, tomorrow, all the way through Friday. It's 37 in Deer Park. We've got 42 into Liberty Lake, 35 into Cheney, and we're going to warm up. Today, we're going to see temperatures that are climbing up into the mid-50s. Winds are going to be light, and we're going to see a big cool down as the sun sets, as our nights become colder. We've got a big freeze. We have more details on that coming up.
Utility rates will rise in Spokane starting in 2025, and those rates, which have been rising steadily since 2014, will see an increase of 4.88% in 2025 and 5.47% in 2026.
The winter months are approaching, which means it's not unlikely to catch a respiratory illness. If you do happen to get sick, the best thing you could do is test. And luckily, getting an at-home test has become much easier. Here at the Northeast Community Center, they have this kiosk you see here where you can easily grab free COVID and flu tests. And if this kiosk isn't in your neighborhood, you can go to covidtest.gov to request 4 free COVID tests.
One Direction singer Liam Payne's autopsy revealed that he had multiple drugs in his system, including pink cocaine. Today, a former DEA agent is warning people about the dangers of this popular drug. In a lawsuit, the drug has also been linked to rapper Sean Diddy Combs.
The first piece that we almost always see in pink or pink cocaine is ketamine, a dissociative drug, something that makes people feel like they're detached from reality. The second component is a psychedelic.
Now, public health officials are warning parents that pink cocaine with its bright color is growing in popularity among teens and young adults. For updates on this drug, tune in to Good Morning America.
The 2 Navy aviators who were killed in a fighter jet crash near Mount Rainier last week have been identified. According to the Navy, Lieutenant Commander Lindsay Evans and Lieutenant Serena Wildman, both from California, were declared dead Sunday. They were the only 2 people on board. We're back with a final check of weather with Mark right after this.
I'm Carmela Conroy, and my story starts here. Grandpa was a union mason on the Grand Coulee Dam. Dad worked on the Great Northern Railway. We were raised to look out for our neighbors. That's why, as a Spokane County deputy prosecutor, I held violent offenders accountable. As a Foreign Service officer, I worked in conflict zones. We need leaders in Congress who will stand up for veterans and military families. I'm Carmela Conroy, and I approve this message.
Fall in love all over again with Shrek the Musical, an epic tale filled with hijinks, adventure, and lots of gassy fun.
I know it's today.
Shrek the Musical.
Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Greetings, Bill Nye here. Reading this is easy, right? Your brain is actually doing something called orthographic processing, recognizing letters and words. It's science. But take a look at Initiative 2117. It's written to confuse you. The mega millionaires behind it don't want you to know it will mean more air pollution, threaten clean water, and put our health at risk. You don't have to be a science guy to know that 2117 is a bad deal for Washington.
All right, taking a live look outside. Of course, temperatures are mild. We're into the low 40s. We do have some cloud cover. That's going to move out. Sunshine today. We'll have a few clouds. 55 will be our high. Now, we get into our overnight lows, and we're seeing some cleaner, colder air come in. So down to 30 tomorrow morning, 29 on Thursday morning, and then down to 30 on Friday morning. So this is really going to be our first hard freeze in multiple days. So we're going to feel it. High today and through the rest of the week is going to be really into the mid-50s and then near 60 Saturday with rain showers moving in.
All right, Mark, thanks so much.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning on KXLY. We'll see you throughout the day on GMA. It starts right now.